Hi kids, welcome back to Kids World. I've got a story for you all. The Velveteen Rabbit. Let's dive into it. Once upon a time, in a small cottage nestled amidst lush green fields, there lived a soft and fluffy Velveteen Rabbit. He resided in a cozy toy box in a little boy's room, and every day, the boy would open the toy box and pick him up with a smile. Velveteen Rabbit cherished these moments, feeling loved and happy in the boy's arms. But as time passed, newer and brighter toys found their way into the toy box. These toys had special tricks and buttons that could do amazing things. Some could move when the boy pushed a button, while others could bounce high in the air. Velveteen Rabbit had no such tricks or buttons, and as the boy's fascination with the new toys grew, he started choosing them over the old soft toys. At night, when all the toys returned to the toy box, the newer toys would boast about their impressive abilities, leaving Velveteen Rabbit feeling quiet and unremarkable. However, there was one other toy in the toy box that understood Velveteen Rabbit's feelings, the wise Cowboy Horse. Though worn and old, Cowboy Horse was also a soft and fluffy toy like Velveteen Rabbit. He told the little rabbit that soft toys like them were truly lucky because they were loved the most. And when soft toys received love day after day, they could become real. Real? Wondered Velveteen Rabbit. Yes, said Cowboy Horse. Being real means you can move when you want to move and show your love back when you are loved. Velveteen Rabbit was intrigued by the idea of becoming real, but he wasn't entirely sure what it meant. Little did he know that his chance to understand the true meaning of being real was just around the corner. One day, the boy fell ill and had to stay in bed. His forehead burned with fever, and Nana, the caring caretaker, was worried. Velveteen Rabbit felt a sense of duty to stay by the boy's side, offering comfort and companionship during the long days of sickness. As the days passed, Velveteen Rabbit's fur became matted from the constant hugging and holding. His once pink nose turned pale from the boy's affectionate kisses. Despite these changes, Velveteen Rabbit was content, for he was loved. Then came the day when the doctor advised that the boy should go to the shore to recover. The boy was overjoyed, excitedly talking about the white sands and the big blue ocean. Nana, however, worried about the old bunny and asked the doctor about him. That old thing! The doctor exclaimed. It's full of scarlet fever germs. Get him a new bunny and burn this one at once. Without hesitation, Velveteen Rabbit was tossed into a sack, along with old clothes and other discarded items. The plan was to burn everything in the sack, but fate had different plans. The gardener, responsible for disposing of the sack, got caught up in his work and left it behind for the day. Unbeknownst to anyone, Velveteen Rabbit tumbled out of the sack and into the grassy backyard. As rain began to fall, Velveteen Rabbit felt the weight of sadness. He was far from the boy and the love they had shared, and now he was soaked and alone. A single tear rolled down his cheek and fell to the ground. Magically, where the tear touched the earth, a beautiful flower sprouted and bloomed, revealing a tiny, sparkling fairy. Little rabbit, said the fairy gently, do you know who I am? Velveteen Rabbit blinked, intrigued by the sparkling creature before him. I wish I did, he replied honestly. I am the fairy that takes care of toys that are well loved, the fairy explained, smiling warmly at Velveteen Rabbit. Despite his shabby and gray appearance, Velveteen Rabbit felt a glimmer of hope. The boy had loved him so deeply that he had become real, just as Cowboy Horse had mentioned. It is time now for me to make you fully real, said the fairy, waving her wand. Velveteen Rabbit's heart skipped a beat as a tickling sensation enveloped him. Suddenly, his once immovable legs became agile, allowing him to hop and move freely. He felt alive in a way he had never experienced before. I can move when I want to move, he exclaimed joyfully. The fairy smiled and said, now, let me show you some new friends. She led Velveteen Rabbit to a nearby meadow where several rabbits hopped and played together. Velveteen Rabbit was thrilled to join them, and they all became great friends in no time. As weeks passed, the boy returned from the shore, fully recovered and eager to play. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Velveteen Rabbit, now real and surrounded by other rabbits.